That's what happens next, girl. It's Carly Pierce this morning. It's sunny 101.9. 8:29 is the time, 24 degrees. 7-day forecast on the way. It is Dakota College at Botno time, and we are joined by two ladies this morning. We have Zara Moss and Marlene Hirschberger from the Domestic Violence Crisis, or the Family Crisis Center. And ladies, so what's going on? What it is, what's the deal?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Good morning, and thank you so much for having us here. Again, my name is Marlene. I work with the Family Crisis Center here in Botno. I am the Community Relations Specialist, and I also serve as a victim advocate as well. Okay.
Now, April is kind of a special month. It's an awareness month, and it's an awareness month for what?
Yes. So we are, April is SAAM month. It's SAAM. It's for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And we decided for 2021 at the Family Crisis Center, we wanted to talk to the community about asking for consent. In sexual violence, we already know that there is a victim and an abuser dynamic in these crimes, but we feel it's important to begin a change in the way that we think and not just a way that we react. We need to talk about what healthy relationships are and what those look like, creating boundaries. We want to set a new standard for ourselves and for the generations to come. We want to learn about bystander intervention, what that means. Also understanding as a community the importance of believing survivors of sexual violence and providing that open door for them to be heard. They do need us, and they do need you.
Okay. Now, there is an event coming up, and can you tell us about that?
Yes, be happy to. So Family Crisis Center has partnered with Dakota College this year, and we're going to be bringing you a local event right here in Botno. There is a mile-long walk at your pace event that will be taking place beginning April 24th, and it's going to continue through the 30th. There's a decorated marked trail, and it's located on site at Dakota College, and there's an outline map of this, and you can actually find this on our website at famcrisiscenter.org. That's famcrisiscenter.org. There is also a little swag bag that we're going to be providing to the participants that come out. You can pick those up from the library either before or after your walk.
Now, is obviously you're trying to reach a certain group, but I mean, is this for everybody, or who is this for?
Yes, absolutely. This is for everyone. We are inviting all of the students and the staff from Dakota College. And we're also inviting all of the community members of Botno and Rowlett County to come out either with their friends. You can come out as a family. You can come out by yourself. You can even join as an organization or a group, and you can come out any day, including the weekend. We do need your help to educate our community, especially our youth. We do want to teach them on how to ask for consent, and know and understand what healthy relationship dynamics look like, and also to support all survivors of sexual violence in our communities.
Okay, now you mentioned Botno and Rowlett County. What does it look like? What does sexual violence look like here in the state even?
So Family Crisis Center serves both of the counties, Rowlett and Botno. Here alone, we have served almost 100 victims in 2020. Of those, there was 9 sexual assault victims, and those are just the ones that we know of. There is only about 36% of these crimes that are actually reported to law enforcement. Unfortunately, in the state, we have had over 1,300 victims of sexual assault alone, and more than 350 of those primary victims were under the age of 18. I do want to encourage anyone, whether it's someone you know, whether it's yourself, if you're experiencing sexual violence, to either reach out to us, to someone or anyone. There are resources for you, and just know that you deserve to live free from fear and from violence.
Okay. Zara, really quick, because I know you guys have been working together on this, right?
Yes, so excited.
Okay, so when she said you said 36% of these crimes are actually reported. What do you think the main reason is that they're not? The other 66% aren't coming forward with this.
I think that a lot of it has to do with, there's a certain stigma attached to being a victim of sexual abuse and sexual assault. And I think that a lot of times people are just nervous whether or not they're going to be believed, whether or not anything is going to come of, any kind of accusation or allegation. And, for us at the college, it's really important because while we're like an academic institution, we're really kind of trying to encourage students to have a situational awareness and also community awareness. And part of that is learning boundaries and healthy relationships. And so, like I tell my students, college is really an experience, and it's where you learn the most about yourself. And it's really that opportunity for you to kind of like set the boundaries, take the values that your parents or your family members have instilled in you, and then take those out into the real world. And so this is a great example of a way that the college is kind of like interacting with the community to try and promote education and awareness, and to demonstrate, we are committed to consent, and we are committed to healthy relationships, and we are committed to boundaries. And so that's one of the things that, at least for us at DCB and all our different organizations, between diversity committee and our honor society and our athletics, we really want to encourage well-rounded students who are academically sound, but at the same time, like really upstanding citizens and like really informed, like citizens of the world. So that's kind of like big push for us. So healthy relationships and boundaries. And, it's an important time for us here at Botno. Prom is this weekend, and you always kind of like see those horror stories, those PG-13 rated R movies. What's going to happen at prom? Well, we're committed to this, whether or not we think about it or not. We provide after prom party, supervised, we provide games. And this is just another way for us to give our kids in the community, and not even just kids, young adults, a way to say like, hey, you have a voice, advocate for yourself, and always ask for consent. And whether or not, you give consent, that consent can always be withdrawn. Feel like you have a voice, and make sure that, you can feel comfortable, at least in the community of Botno, that you will be heard. And I feel like that's something that Family Crisis and DCB, we're really trying to push, kind of like, hey, you have a voice, use it. We're here to listen. So, and
even on a global scale, nationwide, globally, the Me Too movement.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was that. I mean, that's got to be a big help here.
I think
for this,
so.
Right?
Yeah, I think so. And I think Marlene and I were talking about this a little bit. Me Too is fantastic, but we're trying to kind of like revisit the narrative. So we want to be more proactive. So we want people to say, hey, I feel uncomfortable, so I'm going to withdraw my consent. Or maybe we got, a little further than I anticipated. Now's the time to stop. Even if, it seemed like it was a yes, any time is a no. No means no. If no comes or stop, like, here we go, we're done. And I think that is kind of like the important thing, is that we don't want more victims of sexual assault or violence. So we want
it to be like a pre-Me Too.
Yes, exactly.
Me Too.
Yes, we want young women, young adults, young men to have that voice and say, you don't have to feel pressured into having any kind of like sexual contact or even like emotional contact that really is unwarranted or untoward. And if something feels uncomfortable, if you're receiving, suggestive text messages or, unwanted advances, like, feel comfortable to say, this makes me uncomfortable. Let's nip it in the bud before it gets any further.
That's right. Nip it in the bud, bud.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Cool. Anything else, ladies?
I guess we'd really just like to extend the invitation and say this is an opportunity for everybody in the community who's kind of like interested in learning more about Family Crisis or learning more about what we do at the college and the way that we're trying to kind of encourage healthy relationships to come out. Hopefully it'll be sunny and not snowy, we're hoping. So it's
still a week and a half away.
Yeah, it'll be perfect to get outside and get some sunshine, get that vitamin D. And while you're out on the trail, just learn a little bit about, the different kind of advocacy that we promote.
Okay.
And we are opening on the weekend of the 24th. I will be out there all weekend, so you can come out anytime. And we'll make sure we'll have the doors open to provide those swag bags.
Okay, and famcrisiscenter.org. DakotaCollege.edu.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's
Thanks.
right there. Zara, Marlene, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it, all right?
Yeah, thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
See you out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we'll see you.
Oh, this is a specific.
Well, we're gonna. I forgot to mention, but we're actually going to be challenging people. So you and the guys might receive a challenge card where we're going to be challenging you guys to go out there and take a walk for,
I got a week to do it.
Hey, yeah,
And
anytime.
just walk at your own pace. No rush.
Yeah.
So if I start on Saturday, I can be done by Tuesday. Perfect. All right. Sounds awesome.
Thank you.
You bet. 8:39 into our next 7-day forecast we go. It's brought to you by Thrivent Financial.
You may know that Thrivent helps Christians be wise with money and live generously.